new on Curiosity Stream.
I'm James Burke. I'm going to take you on a journey through time.
James Burke's visionary series returns, reimagined for our time.
Now, this is all uncharted territory.
The Washington Post hails Burke as one of the most intriguing minds in the Western world. The New York Times raves he careens from one great moment in history to another.
Where do we want to go from here?
Experience all new Connections.
So what's the next connection?
With monthly, annual, and bundled plans, find the one that works for you at CuriosityStream.com.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to the J360 MiniBytes here on J360 Radio, hosted by J.M. Brady. I am your host, J.M. Brady. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Whole new week, right? Matter of fact, I think it's Valentine's week, too, huh? You know, I still can't believe it's February. If anything, it just feels like a continuation of January. I just want to get out of the Aries. It's time. Let's go to March, man. At least in March, I'll be fighting leprechauns and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Only because I want gold. You know what I mean? Even though, I don't know. Economical wise, are we still on the gold standard or are we off the gold standard? Or like, what exactly do we do now? Oh, you mean that crypto NFT nonsense? Yeah, I get it. You know, sometimes, I mean, AJ Johnson, in his, God rest his soul, and in his infinite wisdom, he said this on this old, straight to DVD movie at one point. Everything is a damn hustle. And I'll tell you, like, when it comes right down to it, he ain't lying, man, because all this stuff that we're doing right now is just hustle and bustle and keep on moving. And I just sit there for a little bit. I'm like, geez, I hope I don't hustle myself to death here, but, it's all for a good cause. I mean, you know what I mean? It keeps the beast mode in check and keeps the checking account looking good. But I ain't mad. I just sit there and I think about it sometimes, like, maybe I should go ahead and do what the common folk do and, live for 2 days while at the same time, somehow realize that Friday is a great day, even though I still gotta go to work on Friday. You know what I mean? Let's just think about what if I was a normal person. Damn. There are fates worse than death. I'm glad I'm not normal at all, you know? I always like being me. And the thing about it is, it's just always keep on moving and pushing that envelope. Even here at J360 Radio right now, because, yeah, the restoration project is still going good. Matter of fact, I think we're halfway through the J-Man Show library right now. So, yeah, that's not too bad. But also, let's see. What else is left on there? The PowerPlay doesn't need it, because the PowerPlay is still being worked on. And speaking of which, we are bringing that back into the fold too, so we got some adjustments for the schedule. Alright? So, I tell you the schedule anyway, so I'm going to tell you where that stuff locks in. But man, it feels so damn good to be playing video games, man. It feels so good, it's like coming back home, you know? Without all the drama, like your first day back home, like, yeah, man. Everybody loves you, everything's all running smooth and stuff, and not a problem or a bill in sight. That's the way I like things, you know? Oh, man. I see a lot of you guys are sold on that Furious show. I don't care. You got to understand this, right? You got to think how old I am and all that stuff. Like, I grew up in the 90s. I've seen all of John Singleton's movies. I've seen quite a lot of movies that took place. I watch Oz religiously. I mean, I'm kind of done with the whole, going through the hard struggles of life, drugs, sex, and everything. Seen it. You understand what I'm saying? And especially dealing with a lot of y'all out there. Yeah, been around it too. It's ridiculous, man, sometimes. But hey, if it's new to you and you like it, you go ahead and watch. I don't understand the cult of people nowadays where it's like, oh my God, a hit show just because something said it was a hit show and that everybody has to like the same damn show. When somebody says that they don't like it, it's got to look like how Flynn Rider has all those swords pointed at him. It's like, y'all gonna have to understand that. Y'all talk about your opinion when your opinion is on the line and on the table, but when somebody else has their opinion, oh, you can't handle it, right? Whole world's coming to an end, right? Like, just like when I was talking about, like, Star Wars and that surprise J-Man Show episode. Like, and let me tell you this, I wasn't wrong. And usually I'm not. It's like, when people go that far, just because you like something doesn't mean that everybody else is supposed to fall in line and like it either. That ain't the way it works. And then you got to be mature enough to take it in. Well, let's just think about maturity, A lot of people don't have that. But, all in all, though, I'm not here to throw stones at you like that. I can do that later. And not only that, I have a slingshot just waiting to hold those said stones. So, it's just very interesting where we are in this crazy conundrum of time. Did you know, like, that whole Rogan thing is still going on, too? And now I think The Rock got a little bit of backlash. But considering the cult of personality that surrounds The Rock, he ain't going down. It's just like, y'all ain't going to do anything about this. And I've said this before, when you keep throwing this person into the mix, whether it's a toxic celebrity or whether it's a toxic YouTuber or whether like any content creator in general, you keep doing this kind of stuff. Why do you think that one girl that streams and gets bans almost all the time, why do you think she always comes back? You know what I mean? I think she owns a 7-Eleven now or some crazy stuff over there in CA. I mean, I have to see that nonsense too every time I might be in that area to go ahead and fill up. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just like, and we the people empowered that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? If you ever really want to put a stop to any of these things, don't invest in those people. Don't elevate them up. Don't talk about them on your shows. You know what I mean? Don't ever do that stuff. And when you realize that a lot of these people ain't worth it anyway, it's the same thing with the whole Kanye stuff. Even though I missed, like, the Kanye I like is gone. The one that made Graduation, he gone. But y'all go ahead and say, oh man, Ye is good, man. Ye keep making that music like that. Ye doing all... I'm not saying that he can't make good beats, man. I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is that I don't want none of that BS with him. There's little things like that. But like I said, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Show business sometimes can be a real hive. Hollow, tiresome, and ridiculous. But you probably wonder why I'm still here. Because I love it. You know what I mean? Like, especially on my side of the fence, I'm doing pretty damn good. Things are actually flying high and all that jazz. But I don't really need that stuff to, like, push me along the way. I have some good things I'm telling you guys. And I always have content outside of the gossip here. I'm just telling you how things are in the real world because we are on the MiniBytes right now. And speaking of which, as things are, it's Valentine's week. Don't beat yourself up if you don't have one. Don't be over there throwing stones at people who do have one. And don't be pulling that kind of supreme gentleman or supreme woman, nice guys, nice girl, dudes do this and femmes do that kind of crap. Just shut up. We all are going through this same week. We all know exactly what's going to be happening soon. Let's just coast through this and do this responsibly. And if you don't have one at this point, guess what? There's still a whole 11 months to go through. This is the shortest month in the year usually. Don't worry about not having somebody at this point. I have somebody, and see, the thing about it is that I'm not trying to be smug about it, but what I'm saying is that guess what, It's not the end of the road. I mean, like, I'm not even celebrating it on a big deal with her. We got other dates to do. You understand what I'm saying? And did I buy something? Oh, yeah. If you got somebody that you're buying something for, yeah, you go ahead and do that stuff. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's not a deadline. Stop beating yourselves up, getting tore up over it. And not only that, I still have a whole wealth of content for you all to enjoy as we get through it. Because, I got a lot to point out on the J-Man show. I got some things for the PowerPlay for you guys. And then I also have, like, Jams 41 happening. And yes, it is Jams Week. And I'm excited for it. Now, I know what I said on the show about I'm disappointed in some of the things. But I have to also remember they're creators too, like me. So you see, the thing about it is that sometimes, in order for us to keep making this magical art, we have to go away, we have to find ourselves, we have to do what we got to do so that we can make this stuff happen. Now, there are some people that, they sit on Twitter every day and they always complain about stuff. And I look at them and I have no respect for those kind of artists. You see what I'm saying? See, when it comes to my whole thing, and as I reach out to y'all, as we work on Discord and all that kind of stuff, I'm trying to build an environment where we all have fun. You know what I mean? Put your problems to the side for a little bit. Have some fun. Be open to new things. Be enlightened to go ahead and take that next step, Even as I got the website going, like, yeah, it's kind of like the Death Star too, It looked like it's unfinished, but the thing about it is it's highly active, and it goes ahead and does what it needs to do if it must. It will even destroy a planet if need be. My madness is working. You see what I'm saying? But the whole point is that, yes, active scouting and bringing people together and And that's what needs to be done. Now, there are moments where I do draw a line in the sand, and I'm not afraid to do it. And you should never be when you're the leader of something. You know what I mean? There's times to be like, and then there are times to lead. And truth be told, like whenever I do the J-Man show, yeah, that's something to explain to you all. So you got to remember that from time to time. And then I also got to remember that, yeah, we're all in this together, you know? And that's why we got a pretty good community as we do. So all the community building is still going strong as well. And then, like, you know, if you give your problems more power instead of, like, solutions, you're going to be in a hole for a very long time. That's what I usually say. So, no, this year is going to be not just year of the J-Man, it's year of J-Man's tribe, and it's year of everybody coming up. That's what we should be focusing and doing. You know what I mean? Like, and not only that, as I see the shows, and I see, like, I think, didn't the Academy Awards lineup come out, like, who's got nomination and who don't? Well, you gotta figure, it's been a real crap year when it came to some of these things, so, you know, they're utilizing, like, what was really popular at the time and where we came from on a few things, but, yeah, these are slim pickings, you know? But I'm surprised that some of you guys even still watch the Oscars and all that stuff. I'm really surprised that, yeah, you know what I mean? That some of y'all are crying foul and saying what's rigged and all that jazz anymore. Yeah, that's interesting to me. But, you know what I mean? They're a staple of culture, right? So you never can look past it. But hey, well, speaking of staples of culture, here's the thing. I'm upgrading everything around here on the J360 radio and TV side. Everything is starting to look good regarding that. I think the Hangouts is the only one that's getting a new look. If you're seeing something new for the MiniBytes right now, yeah, that's the start of it. And then, yep, J360 radio is going to be around for a few more years. So there's nothing to be afraid of regarding that. Some people actually thought that I canceled the J-Man show to do the PowerPlay full time. No, that's not the way. I went to go do the PowerPlay because it needed it. And not only that, more inspiration came as I was doing it. So, yes, it is a part of staple. So here's how the schedule will go from here on out, okay? You got the MiniBytes first. You got the J-Man show coming in second, usually on Wednesdays. And then you got the PowerPlay coming in after the J-Man show on Thursdays. That's its original home, so it's going right back into its original slot. And then you have jams or hangouts, depending on the week, taking the center stage of Friday. Okay? And you see, every production starts around like Tuesday. So don't worry about anything on Monday per se. But you know, Sunday is kind of a it's kind of a mystery box with Sunday. But you know, usually like if something's gonna pop up, you know, don't turn a blind eye to it, because you know I'm starting to go back to those old ways of doing things. And it was actually pretty fun giving you guys that hidden J-Man show episode. Yeah, it felt real good to get back. Like, it's like wearing comfortable shoes, you know? So, yeah. And every show usually starts at 10. And then the thing with the PowerPlay is, as it is being done, you might want to pay attention to the YouTube channel the most, because there might be times where, you know, things get busy and I probably won't be able to be on Twitch and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to have, like, a PowerPlay ready for you guys, you know, if ands or buts. You'll see how we go about things, but you really want to pay attention to the YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to that, you know, go ahead. And the same thing with like the podcast outlets and stuff like that. Put in J360 Radio. Yes, you got to put in J360 Radio to find all the shows, because even some of the stuff that I've noticed, we're everywhere nowadays. Every single show is all over the damn websites and everything. But if you want to go ahead and catch the stuff live and you want to stay in step with everything here, I highly suggest just come to Spreaker.com/user/J360 Radio and, you know, subscribe to that. And like right there, you're getting it all at the home base. And you can download the episodes if you can't make it to lives, or if you can catch the lives if you can make it. It's entirely up to you. And I'll have the hotline already set where, like, you know, when you call the number, you can go ahead and leave a message on the voicemails and stuff. Or if I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and talk about some engagement right now. What do you think? And all that jazz. it'll be right there for you. And speaking of which, as we go into the weekend, it is Super Bowl weekend too, so that's something for you to look forward to if you like football, or there's like lots of other things you can do without getting wrapped up about Valentine's Day, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be happy and proud that you're living your life. You ever think about that? Believe me, there's a lot to go on here, and I could ramble all day, but I'm getting back in the swing of things with the J360 radio stuff, so, you know, we got a lot of cool stuff to look forward to. But I got to get out of here now, so you guys take care for me, okay? This is J-Man signing off.
Es la venta para amigos y familiares de JCPenney, con un cupón de 30% extra que podrás usar por encima de los descuentos que encontrarás por toda la tienda, como 50% de descuento en esenciales para el hogar y hasta 40% de descuento en Liz Claiborne. No olvides usar tu cupón de 30% extra y ahorra por toda la tienda. JCPenney, celebraciones que valen la pena. Ofertas válidas en selección de estilos. Cupón de 30% válido hasta el 3 de diciembre. Evento de Liz Claiborne hasta el 6 de diciembre. Venta del hogar hasta el 17 de diciembre. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en la tienda jcp.com.